Here we go. Hear me out. Hear me out. YFM Sports. What's going on, everybody? Jimmy B.
What's
Fearless
good? What's
here.
good?
Big homie Wayne here, man. We starting our new channel, YFM Sports. What's going on, y'all?
So it's good, man. How y'all feeling, man? Loving this new venture that we're going on, man. We saw the numbers going up in our sports episodes, so we decided, like, yo, let's go ahead and make it official, man. Let's do these episodes, man. Let's make these sports episodes, man. Let's make people listen to what we got to feel about these things, man.
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah, man. I'm happy about this, bro. I'm
Me
real
too,
happy.
man.
The pressure's on, and the clock is ticking down.
This
My
is
nigga, was
what
that-
we're gonna be
yo,
doing.
The pressure's
real quick.
on, and the clock is ticking down.
The clock is motherfucking ticking down. Go ahead, Wayne.
Like, was that Tecmo Bowl?
Nah, brother. That right there is Blitz. NFL Blitz.
Ah,
The
right on,
Kansas
right on,
City
right on.
Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs. The
remember
Kansas
that.
City Chiefs.
The Kansas City Chiefs is about to fuck somebody up. All right, cool. So the first thing that we doing this first episode, what we talking about is we talking about the conference championships that's going on this weekend, right? So we got
Right
the
on.
Philadelphia Eagles versus the 49ers, and we got the Chiefs versus the Bengals. Now, the Chiefs versus the Bengals is actually on Sunday. So that's the
Mhm.
first one I want to talk about. So the way that we're going to go ahead and do it is I'm going to give my predictions. I'm going to give my thoughts. Wayne gonna get his predictions. Wayne gonna get his thoughts, and then we have a special segment that's going to come up and give their reporting soliloquy on what they think about these upcoming playoff games. So let's first talk
The
about
Kansas City Chiefs
versus.
the Cincinnati Bengals.
Look, this is my thought process. Okay,
It's pretty good, bro.
thank you,
I just
thank you,
want to
thank
throw
you,
it.
thank you,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, that's
Thank
nice,
you.
man.
All right, so the Cincinnati Bengals have beaten the Chiefs with Joe Burrow at the quarterback position 3 times, right? They beat them last year's playoffs in this exact same game last year, the conference final, so the Bengals could go to the Super Bowl, which was the first time they went to the Super Bowl since the 80s. I think like 86, right?
Mhm.
So Joe Burrow beat them. It was like no one could believe it. I thought that the Chiefs were going right back into the Super Bowl because they had won the Super Bowl last year, right? But they had lost. So the Bengals went. Then in the regular season, the Chiefs lost to the Bengals again with Joe Burrow out there, Jamar Chase, and the whole gang.
Yep.
Then they lost again. Now they're playing again. So my thought process is that I don't believe that Andy Reid is going to lose to the same coach, Zach Taylor, and the same quarterback 4 times. I just can't see it. Now, everyone that watched the Chiefs game, y'all already know that Patrick Mahomes is supposed to be injured with a high ankle sprain.
Mhm.
I looked at the reports. I looked at all the information I could find, and I watched his press conferences, and it got to the point where this week Cass was looking at him walk off the podium, and his leg looks completely fine. He had a 97% passer rating after he got injured when they played the Jaguars last week. I don't think Patrick Mahomes' injury is going to be any factor, period. They're going to kick some ass this weekend. I feel like it's a revenge game for Patrick Mahomes. But the Bengals defense, they know how to play the Chiefs. They know how to play a multiple weapon type of defense. They didn't play a lot of man, but also zone, single high safety sometimes. So they know how to mix up the defense and they get pressure. You have a whole bunch of people on the Bengals defense that nobody knows their name. The only person that I think y'all might be able to go ahead and name is Eli Apple and Bates. Other than that, you like, who the fuck is on their team? They got great players on the offensive line. They just unknown cats. You know, I believe they got Zach Allen on there from like the Saints. So they have, actually he's for the Cardinals, but they have a really good front. So I feel like the Chiefs with their offensive line, their new offensive line, I feel like they should be able to stop them. And I feel like they're going to outscore the Bengals. Okay. So who I'm going with, I'm going with the
Kansas City Chiefs. The
all day.
Kansas City Chiefs.
And one more
The
time.
Kansas City Chiefs.
It's going to be straight like this.
Flattens him. Flattens the quarterback.
That's exactly what's going to happen to Joe Burrow. Now, this is going to be a high score. I feel like the Bengals, right, are going to do a lot of damage to the Chiefs. So when the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl, because I'm predicting they win, I feel like they're going to be banged up because the Bengals is not a tough out. They're one of the best teams in the NFL. And me being a Cleveland Browns fan, I think it's real fucked up that we have another team in Ohio that is better than my team. So better quarterback, better offensive line, better running back.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and go to the next game. Then Wayne, I'll let you go ahead and give your predictions. All right.
All
So
right.
the next game that we have is tomorrow. It's going to be my favorite
The
game.
Philadelphia Eagles. The
Versus.
San Francisco 49ers.
One more
The
time.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Versus
the
who?
San Francisco 49ers.
All right. This is going to be crazy. I'm from Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware. That's 30 minutes away. It's a stone's throw. It's a walk to Philly, right? Grew up around Philly fans my whole life. Loved Donovan McNabb. Loved T.O. when he was there. Loved the team. I truly do believe that this is going to be the closest game, and I'm predicting like 20-21. It's going to be low scoring. The 49er defense is one of the best in history. Not only do they sack, but they have great corners. A great corner, Ward, right? So Ward is going to be able to single cover Brown, right? Big pay. But, like Brown is always open Brown. He's going to be able to cover him. But who's going to cover Smith? Smith is that, they call him Skinny Batman. Skinny Batman can go ahead and run in route and take it 80 yards. He's that fast. He's that dynamic. Y'all forgetting that Smith won the Heisman. He's one of the first wide receivers to win the Heisman in like 30 years. This dude is no joke. So he's literally like a 1A wide receiver. Not to mention Sanders and Scott. So they have a fantastic running game. And they have Lane Johnson and they got Kelsey at the center. Kelsey is the best center in a generation. They're already Hall of Famers. They have a Hall of Fame offensive line. On the defense, you got Graham, you got Cox, you got Big Play Slay, you got Bradbury. So the Philadelphia Eagles roster is a Super Bowl roster. I just don't know if their quarterback can out scheme or outplay the 49ers defense. So to me, this is going to be a really tough game. It's a pick'em game already when it comes to the betting lines. I'm going to go with the 49ers only because of one factor. The 49ers defense is a little bit younger. They got Fred Warner. They got Joey Bosa. They're a little bit younger than the Eagles defense, just a tad bit. So I feel like if you have a quarterback that won't make any mistakes, Jalen Hurts don't throw interceptions, but you got this new dude, Brock Purdy. He's Mr. Irrelevant. He is just going on all cylinders. So if they can scheme it up right and Kyle Shanahan, the head coach for the 49ers, can scheme this correctly, they can't outscore the Eagles by a lot. But I feel like if they can stop some of the big plays, only allow the Eagles to score about 3 touchdowns or like 2 touchdowns and a couple kicks, they can win the game by just running the ball and piecemealing it. But this is going to be the hardest and the best game of the playoffs, in my opinion. This is a playoffs where you having the 2 best teams. So I'm reluctant, man, but I'm going with the
San Francisco 49ers.
And it's going to be a hard game, and this is going to happen.
Decapitated him.
Somebody's going to get fucked up during this game. Brock Purdy is not like Jalen Hurts. He's not fast. He can't get out the pocket. He's not mobile. But remember, Jalen Hurts is still probably a little bit banged up from that shoulder. He didn't show it last week, but they didn't run a lot. So you need like 110% Jalen Hurts to beat this defense. So until I see this defense lose a game, because I think they've won 8 straight now, until I see them lose a game, that's when I'll be like, okay, that team can be beat. But until I see that defense get their ass whipped, I'm sorry, I don't see it. So, big homie.
All right.
Your turn, man. Your turn.
And
I'm gonna keep mine
hard, and he splits the uprights.
That's hilarious. So, I'm gonna keep this simple, man, because I know if it's one thing I know, especially about football, it's that you're always wrong. You're always wrong. You're always going to get it wrong. It doesn't matter how much you know about it. It doesn't matter how favorite your team is. It doesn't matter. None of that matters, right? So straight up, it's like the craziest shits in the world have happened in order for all 4 of these teams to get where they are, right? this is simply put, it doesn't matter about your statistics. We had talked about this one time before about a different topic about, like stats and percentages and things like that. I think this is one of those situations again where you don't really need it. It's just one of those things where, these games are going to be won by mistakes. So one mistake is going to happen, and then it's going to allow the other team to capitalize off of it. But nonetheless, I'm expecting like some really fun games, man, and we're really dwindling it down. For one, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with the 49ers. I'm definitely going to go with the 49ers for do I get some sound effect on that?
No.
The San Francisco 49ers. Yeah. The San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
So you think they're going so I think they're going to beat the Eagles. But why do you think they're going to beat the Eagles with a rookie quarterback, which would be the first time in NFL history a rookie quarterback has went to the Super Bowl?
The Philadelphia Eagles.
It doesn't matter, and that history needs to be made eventually.
Somebody gonna fucking do it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Somebody has to break that has to break that little stride, I guess, if you will. But no, I feel like regardless if he's a rookie QB or not, man, it's just, you could just kind of feel, I don't know, man. This may be a stupid thing to bring up, but everything just feels kind of new and different nowadays. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like it's something's going to be new, something's going to be fresh, man. I personally feel like, because I'm going with the Bengals on the other game, even though I'm more than sure that the Chiefs are going to win. I'm going with the Bengals, and I'm personally thinking the Bengals are going to win the whole shebang, to be honest with you, because like I say, I always look for shit to happen over stats, and this is this is how many touchdowns they're gonna make, and this is how many yards he's gonna throw. Like, I like happenstance is it makes more sense to me than stats and all the other shit. So personally, I think the 49ers are gonna win, Bengals are gonna win, and I think the Bengals are gonna take the whole thing, man.
All right. So what I want to do is let's go ahead and pause on that. I want to go ahead and bring in our special reporter. We want to go ahead and introduce this segment that we want to have all the time here at You Hear Me Out. Make sure y'all make sure y'all subscribe, make sure y'all do all of that, and make sure y'all let us know if y'all like the logo. If you want one of these hats, let us know. But we're going to go ahead and bring on Rita and her fucked up stats. So
come on,
you let me know, Rita, if you're all good to go. And we'll go ahead and bring in our special reporter for today. Here we go. How are you doing?
Yes. Hello. Oh my God. Fucking love the logo.
Oh, we're really happy for that.
What up? What up? This is Queen B, Sarita, aka Lipstick Killers, aka your sister from another mister. And it's time for Sarita's fucked up stats. Now, I have a disclaimer. This is my interpretation of sports and statistics. Do not take anything I say to heart. Seriously. Okay. What I say, this is for humor only. And some of my stats may be right. So let's get into it. Okay. So first off, for the AFC game with the Bengals versus the Chiefs. Now, I must say that I am going to go with the Bengals this go round because one, Joe Burrow was raised by a pack of hood wolves in the north side of Wilmington of Delaware. Okay. He has endless swag. He's the best dressed in the fucking league, period. And he averages about like 6 to 10 TDs per game. So he's an animal, literally. I'm not going with the Chiefs because Mahomes broke his fucking foot last week and was still walking with like a pimp limp, trying to win the game and shit. Although he averages about 1,000 yards a game, he can do no look passes 5 out of 20 times to his receivers. I can't put money on this dude. Sorry. So go ahead and move on to the NFC with the Philadelphia Pigeons versus the 49ers. Yuck. Wow. I hate them both. But if I had to put my money on someone, I'm going to be with y'all and put it on the 49ers because they are just sneaky as hell. They crawled and clawed their way into the fucking NFC Championship. They have a rookie quarterback, and this nigga, this is his first time playing football ever. He's never played football before. He's brand spanking new. And it's by sheer luck that this Purdue chicken descendant even made it this far. So don't worry.
There needs to be a shirt.
Yeah. Eagles fans, he's part of the rookie. He's part of the rookie jinx. So next year, he's probably only going to have like 10 TDs and 100 yards for the entire season because every defender in the league is going to know how to rip his fucking head off. So Eagles have Hurts, who is
the quarterback.
He suffered from a broken shoulder and collarbone. They didn't mention that because he was dancing on the pole at Night on Broad. And you know, though, they might win for Meek Mills and the state property reunion. I don't know. We're going to see. But that is my segment of Sarita's Fucking Stats. Now back to you, Jimmy and Wayne, you filthy animals.
That's fucking right. Thank you so much for coming in with the stats and being a dick while you did it. We really appreciate it.
That was great. That was great.
All right, Rita. Well, we appreciate you coming in with Rita's fucked up stats. Let me go ahead and show the logo. Show is coming up soon as she give me some money to produce it. You heard me? All right, y'all. So
maybe that was good, man. Maybe we should hire her to be the
she is hired, nigga. We paying her right now, and you owe me $20 fucking, motherfucker. So cash at me that as soon as possible.
I wasn't aware, man. I don't get the messages. You're aware,
goddamn it. Check your text, nigga. Check the text. All right, well, Rita, you can go ahead and get up out of here. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next time. We will definitely be doing this again when we talk about the Super Bowl. But Wayne,
yes,
my thing that I want to talk to you about is this. You said that you have the Bengals going to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So you think that they're going to go to the Super Bowl and then win it all?
Yeah.
And you said that, you liked more of the feelings, and not the feelings, but you know that the game of football is unpredictable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So this is my thing. Joe Burrow is the closest thing I've ever seen to Tom Brady. Okay? What I mean by that is that the way that he's able to predict, well, not predict. He's able to read defenses at an elite level. He doesn't have all the arm strength, but what he's able to do is that when he throws with anticipation. You can tell that he puts a lot of time in the studying, in the practice. So he knows when his receivers has that certain type of twitch, who's open, who's not. He can go off script when he needs to. He understands game management. He says that Zach Taylor is the best coach in the league. That's some bullshit because Zach Taylor was trash when Joe wasn't playing. I feel like he's a good quarterback and coach combination. Joe Burrow, I have no idea how this guy got so good so fast. But I will definitely say that he has something else that no other quarterback that's right now in the playoffs that's still playing has. And this kind of builds off your point. He has it up here. He has it in the head, right? Because he's won at an elite level. The rest of these motherfuckers that's out there really has it on the collegiate level, right? Patrick Mahomes, he already won a bowl. He won a Super Bowl. But Patrick Mahomes is like that motherfucker that go out and play in the basketball court at your local, gym. He is going to do no-look passes. He's going to dunk all over everybody, motherfucker. He's going to cross you up. But when it comes to can you make a quick pass, can you make a quick throw? No. They did a fucking play where they did the merry-go-round. I don't know if you saw that. They did a merry-go-round, and then they broke the huddle. The play wasn't successful because it was holding, but they're unique, flashy. He's Michael Jordan. And when it comes to the Super Bowl, would you rather have Michael Jordan, or would you rather have somebody that's crazy efficient? We don't know yet. We don't know. So it's just like.
So
my point is, my point is that Burrow, is he going to be like Tom, where he's a system quarterback for a while, and then he transitions over to having the best precision passing in the game? Or will Patrick Mahomes win this game, or Jalen Hurts or Brock Purdy win because they just have great stats and great ability? So that's my point. I don't know, but we're going to fucking find out. Go ahead, bro.
Now, isn't I was going to ask something else, but great stats and great mobility, isn't that something that
ability, not mobility?
Did I say mobility?
Yeah.
My bad. My bad. Isn't that something that we're patted on the back for, or the players are patted on the back for?
No, it's a skill set. It's a skill set. It's a skill set, man. If you can run, pass, throw no-look passes, you can throw angled passes like when you're throwing two defenders. If you can throw quick outs, All of those are like precision. They're the ability to be born with those physical traits. Joe Burrow is not a fast dude, right? He can't really run. He can't do a lot of that shit. So he has to rely on his mind and not his physical capabilities. After his physical capabilities deteriorate, his mind will still be there. And I'm not saying that the other quarterbacks are not highly intelligent. They probably are, but I don't think they're at the level that Joe Burrow is in terms of like being able to read defenses, do audibles, understand when you got to go to your fourth receiver, all of that type of shit. The other guys, they rely a little bit more on athleticism. And Brock Purdy is the definition of a system quarterback now because he's young and he don't know what he's doing. He's just out there slinging it.
Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know, man. I kind of see I don't know, man. You said more of a Tom Brady.
Yeah, I see Tom. I definitely see Tom.
Then you said more so for the mind.
Well, for the mind and the fact that he does not have all the physical capabilities, just like Tom Brady does not. Tom Brady does not have a big arm. He timed one of the slowest 40 times ever. He had no body definition when he came out. They literally laughed at him at the combine, and then now look at him, right?
Right.
Now look at him. All of those shits because he started off as a system quarterback and then he changed to have better ability. He had time to develop while winning championships. So you got to remember there was a point where Tom Brady didn't win a Super Bowl for 10 years.
Right.
Niggas nobody talked about him because they kept going. They just lost. But like nobody like gave a fuck. But Tom just got better and better and won more MVPs and got better. That's what Joe Burrow is, man. He already made it to a Super Bowl. Joe Burrow going to have at least 6 more years if he doesn't get back. As long as he gets into the playoffs, he can continue to develop and get better.
Now, again, let me play that devil's advocate just a little bit. Don't you think that happens like once every blue moon? Like you have like an average person and they realize their ability or they know their ability and no one else does. And then they're like, fuck it, I have to show my ability. And really, from what you're explaining, the only way Brady showed his ability outside of him putting up the stats and the numbers was him putting on more muscle and definition.
Well, it was more about him winning when he was the best player instead of him winning when he was not the best player. See, their first 3 Super Bowls, he was just playing defense. You know what I'm saying? Their defense was the best part of their team. After that, his next 3, he was the best player. That's the difference. Right now, Joe Burrow's probably like the second best player on his team. Joe Burrow's the best player on the Bengals. He's the best player on the Bengals.
Right.
I'm tripping.
Yeah, I'm like, who's the first, bro?
I was gonna say Jamar Chase because I feel like Jamar Chase could win with almost any quarterback, but their chemistry is interlinked. They're like fucking Siamese twins out there. They know exactly what they're doing. They played in college together, but goddamn, I didn't think it would be that flawless and that seamless. You know what I mean? People forget Jamar Chase was a rookie last year. This is his second year. This is Joe Burrow's 3rd year, and we're talking about him going to another Super Bowl. That's Patrick Mahomes type of shit, and he don't have a cannon arm. He don't do none of those trick plays. He just go out there and pick your defense apart and make you look fucking stupid. And like the Chiefs, the reason why I'm saying you have a point is that the Chiefs defense, who the fuck is going to stop these 4 wide receivers that they have? Who? Name me a defensive player on the Chiefs besides Chris Jones.
Well, Chris Jones.
Huh?
I said, well, Chris Jones.
Well, that's it. Chris Jones is the defensive tackle. He can't cover wide receivers. They have rookie cornerbacks out there, bro. So it's a high probability that the Bengals are going to win, but that's why I think it's going to be a high scoring game because the Chiefs
how do you figure it's going to be high scoring if Mahomes is, his foot is broken? You still think he's going to play up to that caliber?
I said he had a 97% quarterback rating after he got injured. So he threw like another touchdown after he got fucked up. So I'm sure he's fine. And that was after a couple. He's been walking fine. I don't know. We got to see him get hit. Once he gets hit, you be like, oh, he fucked up for real. But like, technically, from what I heard, Tony Romo, well, not what I heard, but Tony Romo said he should have been in crutches.
Wow.
But he's young. Some young motherfuckers, bro, they just heal quick. And there's different levels of, high ankle sprains. So you don't
level
know.
of high ankle sprains. Yeah.
Exactly. There's different levels of it, like, different severities. So I don't know what he had a low motherfucker, but I think he might just be a fast healer. Some cats out there, they heal quick. I don't get it, but he's fine. So I don't know, bro. I think that the Eagles and the Chiefs have a fantastic opportunity to win. I'm just kind of going with a little bit of the underdogs. People think that the Chiefs are going to lose to the Bengals.
I think it's more fun to go for the underdog, man.
Yeah, they're very even teams. One has the best quarterback in the league, the MVP, the Chiefs. One has a rookie quarterback, but their defense is probably best in the generation since the Seahawks or the Denver Broncos when they won with Peyton Manning. So, the best defense. Then you have a team that's the most complete team in the NFL. That's the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's like
the Philadelphia Eagles.
The only thing I see as a weak spot with the Eagles is Jalen Hurts. And he almost won the MVP. So it's like, damn, this is the best playoffs I've probably seen in years, man. Years.
So, okay. Do you think it's gonna make out for a good Super Bowl? Because that's always a fucking toss up, man.
Well, it depends on who go. If it's the Chiefs versus the fucking 49ers again, then I would say probably no. Because I expect that the Chiefs are gonna blow their ass out. Pause.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like
flattens the quarterback.
That's every second is going to be somebody getting fucked up because one team can't stop Chris Jones, and then the other team, Joey Bosa and Fred Warner and them, they got to go and attack. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes, and that shit don't go well. If you blitz Patrick, he's going to score with somebody. Either Kelsey's going to catch the fucking ball, or you're going to have Smith-Schuster out there catching the ball, Juju. So you're going to have like somebody out there is going to be doing something. They're going to be catching that ball, and then not to mention Tony is like one of the fastest players besides like Hill in the NFL, and they traded Hill. Right. So they just have an embarrassment of riches, but that tricky shit, those weird plays catch up with you. You doing all that weird, funny shit. Like you make mistakes. So I feel like if it's the Bengals versus the Eagles, that might be a boring one. That might be a boring one. But if it's the Chiefs versus the Eagles, I feel like that's going to be great. If it's the Chiefs versus the 49ers, that's going to be boring. So it just depends. If it's the Chiefs versus the 49ers, because the 49ers are a defensive team, they're not a high scoring team. If you watch their games are quite boring. They're nail biters, but that doesn't make for great offensive. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's nice that it's close, but like it'd be like 24 to like 20. Like what the fuck? Like if Patrick Mahomes get out there, he's going to try to score at least 40, 50 points. So, all right, man. I think we can go ahead and get up out of here, bro.
And he goes down hard, and he splits the uprights.
All right, hold up 1 second. Who is where do you think Brady is going next year?
Oh, you just have a home?
Yeah. You think he's done?
I think he should go home.
He should?
Yes, I think he should go home.
I still think he got a little bit in him, man. Why can't he stay?
Because I think he should have retired after he won. When he won that Super Bowl, he got drunk and all that shit. I thought that was it, man. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Good job. That's a storybook ending.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone would have loved it. They would have made a fucking movie about it.
Yeah.
Now you out there, he looks fine. He can still sling it. I'm not saying that, but like, bro, he needs a good offensive line. He needs elite wide receivers. He needs a good running back. And then he needs a good defense. Those teams like that don't exist. We're going to go to the Raiders, where every old motherfucker goes to end their career because they just pass out money.
Yeah. I personally believe he should go to the Falcons, man.
What?
Yeah.
They don't have a team.
Exactly. But he can bring Gronk over there.
Gronk is fucking wrestling, nigga.
Yeah, but Gronk is wrestling. Gronk is wrestling during the summer. He's good, man.
Nigga, if Gronk wanted to come back, he would have came back for a team that actually had a semblance of a team. 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs ish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, if he goes to he should not go to the Falcons because they don't have a football team nor a football coach. Arthur Smith is
You're
not a
right.
fucking NFL coach. Y'all don't have a team.
Keep saying y'all, man. Y'all just because I live here. And don't get me wrong. You know, I'm a Saints fan. I love the Falcons, man. I really do. You know, I hate the fact that everybody thinks that, you know, I'm supposed to hate the Falcons because I'm a New Orleans guy. But I love the Falcons, man. And I can't fucking disagree, man.
The Falcons,
they need
they need a team,
they need
bro.
a whole
Like
field. They need a whole
need
new
a
field,
fucking
bro.
team.
Yeah.
Like the Falcons need a defense. They don't have a defensive line, period.
Mhm.
Like they got Jarrett. He's good, but like they don't have any rushers. They have one of the best tight ends. He just need a quarterback, and they got Drake London. He's going to be a really good wide receiver, big over the top guy. They'll probably end up getting somebody in the draft, like another wide receiver in the second or third round. And also look out for the mock drafts coming soon. I'm gonna do like a whole draft breakdown. Me and Wayne gonna talk about the draft. That's my favorite shit is the draft. So we're gonna talk about that. But when it comes to the Falcons, no, they don't have a real team. They just exist, right?
Mhm.
They have Marcus Mariota, and that nigga look terrible. This nigga throwing balls backwards as he's getting sacked. I've never seen no shit like that before. Like that's fucked up. Y'all made him look goofy.
But that's fucking talent, man.
And then Desmond Ridder, he looked lost. He looked like he really did play for Cincinnati. Like he looked fucking lost out there. He was seeing ghosts. So they don't have a team. There's nowhere, me personally, I don't think Tom can go. I think it's over, bro. Hang it up. You did your do.
Because he doesn't want to go out a loser, quote unquote.
I mean, he's gonna go out getting fucked up. I think he's gonna go out on the stretcher, man. He keep playing around, God forbid.
Yeah, because that kind of happened to Favre too, and then you know with his own.
Remember, he got hit that shit during the playoffs, dog, and I cried because I was a Brett Favre fan until he started stealing from people in Mississippi, stealing from the fucking funds and shit to help the welfare fucking fund. This nigga building stadiums. So, you know, before all of that shit, Brett Favre was that guy, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no doubt.
But I know I saw Brett Favre get carted off. And that was the saddest shit I ever seen because they was going to win that game until he got hit. They blew his ass up. Like, you don't want to see the legends go out. You know what I'm saying?
Flattens him. Flattens the quarterback.
A motherfucker like this.
Decapitated him. Decapitated him.
You don't want to see that shit, bro. So, he need to go. Aaron Rodgers, I think Aaron Rodgers should go to the Jets. I know you didn't ask me about Aaron Rodgers, but I think
that's fine though. But why the Jets?
Well, for one, they're his quote unquote friend / almost offensive coordinator dude is there now as the offensive coordinator for the Jets. And I feel like the Jets have young wide receivers, but he can work with them because they're like great wide receivers. They have a good running game. They got 3 running backs, legit running backs on their team. And then their defense, man. Their defense is no joke. That's a defense. They just needed a quarterback last year. And he can, I don't know if he's going to mentor, but he can probably work with Zach Wilson. That's a good team. I think that team can compete.
Yeah.
Because Tua is still in concussion protocol, bro, after a month. So his head is still fucked up. So he ain't right no more. Tua speaking Spanish.
Yeah, don't do that, man.
I'm dead serious. I just read a report. He's fucked up. Like, he's not going to be right. So Tua might not come back. So what you got? Mac Jones? They don't even got a real, like, Mac Jones can't play. He cussing out everybody. He cussing out the whole team. Because they and on the field, nigga, cussing everybody out. Stop running short plays. The short game sucks. Like, you cussing out the players, so his ass is grass. You got Buffalo, but you see how they just underperformed. They got destroyed in their own stadium by the Bengals. Niggas are doing snow angels on your stadium, bro.
Yeah, word.
Word. I sound like a fucking goofy out there. So if, you know what I'm saying, like, that's a good place to go. You go to the Jets, you could destroy that whole division. Aaron Rodgers out there, he gonna bust everybody's ass and make it to the playoffs. They probably still lose though, because it's the AFC. The AFC, they got them real quarterbacks out there. All the best quarterbacks play for the AFC right now. All of them. The only one that's up there trying to make a case is fucking Jalen Hurts. And he was supposed to be Bust City. So, you got any other questions for me about the foosball?
Oh, no foosball questions, man. No. Oh man, but if you would, I know we about to get out of here, man. I'd like to flip the script on this shit real quick, man.
What's up?
Yeah, man. I'd just like to give my predictions for the Royal Rumble tomorrow, man.
The Royal Rumble is tomorrow, man. Why the fuck we ain't talking
It is,
about that
man.
too? You ain't even say
Yeah.
nothing.
No, man.
So the
Yeah, I
Royal
thought you
Rumble
were
is women and men,
it is women and men now, yes.
but they
So
don't
it's gonna
fight
be-
each other.
Well, no, kinda. So you know what the Royal Rumble is that they do is 30 men and 30 women, and you know, in their respective matches. So you know, every like 2 or 3 minutes, excuse me, they send in another person. And it doesn't matter how many people in the ring. You get thrown over the top rope and you're out. You're done. Once your feet hit the top rope or your feet hit the floor, you're done. You got to go to the back. Of course, the winner of the Royal Rumble goes off to WrestleMania in April or the end of March, I forget. And they get to be in the championship match, the main event at WrestleMania.
So if a woman wins, they gonna fight against Rock's cousin.
No, not a dude. So
Oh.
Roman Reigns, yeah, Roman Reigns is The Rock's cousin. So yeah, he is the Universal, the WWE Universal Undisputed Champion, right? So
I thought he had 2 belts.
Yes, that's 2 belts. Yeah, so it's the Universal Championship that's usually
I'm still
on.
learning, y'all.
Yeah, so the Universal Championship that's usually on Raw, I believe, or is that on SmackDown? It's on SmackDown, and then the WWE Championship that's usually on Monday Night Raw. So Roman Reigns has had both. He has both of them, and he's had them for a little longer than 2 years now, man. So yeah, so they're looking for, excuse me, at WrestleMania, a big dethroning of the championships, and hopefully I hope they split the championships up again, because it just makes for more wrestling, more opportunities and everything like that. But I feel that Cody Rhodes is going to win the men's Royal Rumble, and he's going to go off to WrestleMania and fight Roman Reigns for the championships. But I also think that what they're going to do is what they should do, is because they do WrestleMania on 2 nights now. It's a whole weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So I think that what they should do is do like the WWE Championship on Wednesday or on Saturday, and then the Universal Championship on Sunday. So you could have like 2 separate matches. And I don't know. I kind of feel like that would be dope. But I also want the belts to be split up again. But as far as the men go, I feel that Cody Rhodes is going to win the Royal Rumble for the men. And I also did some betting odds. I don't know if y'all knew this or not. There is also betting odds for wrestling. You could say it's fake all you want to, man, but people go try to make their paper off of this, bro. And right now there's a negative 160 for the favor of Cody Rhodes winning the Royal Rumble as well. Because also he's coming back. It's going to be his return match back. He's been gone for like since maybe last summer when he came back. He left AEW and came back to WWE. He got hurt. So this is going to be his return match. And, he's the whole prodigal son, of WWE. So I really think that they're going to, pass the throne over to him. His father was the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Goldust is his brother. So yeah, man.
Goldust.
So, yeah.
That's
You remember Goldust?
Yeah, of course I remember fucking Goldust. That's not something I would brag about. Fuck that. All right. I feel like you're right. But is Brock Lesnar, is he wrestling?
I don't know. So I don't know yet, because it's crazy you said that, because just this past Monday, Brock Lesnar showed up and fucked up.
I heard.
Yeah, he fucked up Bobby Lashley. And him and Bobby Lashley got like some shit going on, and Lashley was fighting for the United States Championship, and Brock Lesnar comes out of nowhere, which I'm getting sick of this guy, man. I'm really getting sick. They only they use this guy for like
realest part of the fucking sport, y'all.
Get the fuck out of here. Talking about Bobby Lashley ain't no hoe, man.
I'm not saying he is, but he ain't never fighting UFC, nigga. Fuck niggas up.
No, but UFC. He fought MMA. He fought MMA though.
What happened?
Yeah, he's won. He's won some. I don't know his record.
Brock Lesnar.
I don't know his record. Yeah. I don't know his record, but he got a couple wins.
Brock Lesnar scaring niggas in MMA. So he's scaring niggas in MMA. What he gonna do over here? Body slam somebody. He is on gear out this world. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know what gear is? Yeah, he is on fucking gear. He is juicy.
He's too big, not too. He's
juicy, nigga. For real. Pause.
And the same, like sidebar too, the same or went, I believe. I don't know for sure. The same went for John Cena. Because if you look at John Cena now and all the movies he's in, like this is gonna be like no duh, Wayne, but he looks older. And John
is older.
Of course, he's getting older. He looks older, but he's going to look older. Not like you know, you look someone like The Rock, and he's just like looking younger and younger within his old age. It's like Cena, he looks a lot older now, and I think it's because it's something that he's not taking anymore.
Well, I
You know
don't
what I
mean to
mean?
be, rude, but not rude, but be like on stereotypes. But what they say, black don't crack. The Rock got just
Yeah,
enough black in him not to crack. You know what I'm saying? So,
right enough. Yeah, right. The just right amount, man. But
you
yeah, I
know,
feel you. I feel you.
but John Cena, I think all of that muscle do something to your body eventually,
You
right?
think so?
Yeah, I think even if he's not on gear, something happens to your body, bro. That's a
Mhm.
lot of shit. Like
Yeah,
that's
it
a lot
is.
of stuff pumps for your heart, man. Like your heart got to pump. We watched the woo when we watched
The
that
Ric Flair documentary.
documentary. He
Yeah,
done had fucking all types of shit happen to him, medical
yeah,
shit. So he been
yeah.
fucked up. And his ass still out there body slam.
Ric Flair is Walking Dead right now, bro. Like
He's
he's been
he,
Walking Dead for years,
he's
bro.
still slamming
And
niggas. That's all I got to say.
nah, this nigga still getting slammed. He look fucking horrible out there, man. But hey,
He need the
man.
money.
That's exactly what it is, man. He's living high on the hog for way too long, man, and now he can't even stop. Watch The Wrestler if you have HBO Max.
Oh, come on,
Watch
man.
The Wrestler if you've
I
ever
watched
seen
that
it.
shit when it first came out.
Yeah,
I think I went to the theaters to go see that shit. That was the saddest shit I ever
Mhm.
seen. Certainly at the
Yeah.
end when he did that last bomb off the
Mhm.
tightrope, I was like, oh, his ass is gone.
Yeah,
The
he
boy was
done.
like, yo, bro, your heart can't take no more of this shit. You up in there using gear and shit, like back in the 80s type shit, sniffing coke,
Mhm.
fucking bitches in the like, what are you doing? Like, you got an old daughter. I was very
That's
upset
wild.
about that movie. I love that movie. That movie's so sad, but that's the life. You chose that, you wasn't good enough to make any other sport, so you had to do something, and you charismatic.
God
But
damn, man, not good enough to make any other sport. Look, listen, let me tell you something, man. Wrestling is far more hard than football or basketball or anything else, man. And it does not get enough credit that it deserves. You know what I mean? So if you give me football or wrestling is a billion times worse than football, bro. It's tough.
look, no. Okay, that's the first thing. No, I'm gonna
Tough.
say it like this: professional wrestling is like, they're saying football is 1,000, like it's 100 car crashes each game because you hitting into people. I think that professional wrestling is like gymnastics, but you keep hitting the fucking floor every time you do something. You are hitting that mat. I don't give a fuck how many springs is in that bitch. That shit hurt.
There's no springs. There's no
I was
springs.
watching AEW, and I think that was fucking Rey Mysterio. I might have been like high, but somebody was out there that I knew, and I was like, he got long hair. He tall with long hair. You might know.
Was it AEW or was it?
It was
WWE?
AEW, nigga. It was AEW.
Tall with long hair. That's you gotta have to go
I
ahead.
know.
Yeah. That's every wrestler, bro. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll find the names. I gotta start writing this shit down. Like I said, I'm new, y'all. But when I had saw this fucking shit, bro, man, this guy was getting fucked up. They was all getting fucked up. But like you can tell, like he was older and he was out there wrestling and he can barely like do anything. But he got his cousins or his sons or whoever the fuck they is out there wrestling with him. And you can just see like when he had did a move, he kept holding his back afterwards. And I was like, man, that nigga either pinched a nerve or he slipped a disc or something. He still went out there and finished the match. Cause it ain't like in the NFL, you could be like, yo, nigga, break, timeout, sub me out.
Exactly.
You better finish that goddamn match or you going out on a gurney. Like that's the way that works because you fucking up a whole script. So it's if you do it right, you shouldn't get hurt, but everyone gets hurt. They all got bad knees, bad back. So, I don't know if it's worse, but they get fucked up.
No doubt. I'm not taking nothing away from football. I didn't want it to sound like that. But I feel like I just feel like wrestlers have to because not everybody gets fucked up in football. Like a lot of people are sideline niggas, you know what I mean?
But
and these dudes,
yeah,
they're not jumping from the stands. They're not jumping from the top of something. They're not jumping into the crowd. You know what I mean? Like they're not jumping off of a cage, and that shit matters. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like there was, as a matter of fact, like a few years ago, Chris Jericho had this team called Inner Circle. They had a match with the Young Bucks, and it was Stadium Stampede. And they had a whole match in the Jaguar Stadium. and they used the whole football field and whooped each other's asses. And somebody jumped off of the goalpost. Somebody jumped off of out of the stands and shit like that. And of course, that's not football, so they're not doing that. They're not gonna put their bodies on the line like that. But I still think that's the shit like that that makes football or wrestling tougher, because people are putting their bodies on the lines solely for entertainment, and they're not getting paid anywhere near as much as football players are. Now, football players are putting their bodies on the line as well. Please don't get me wrong. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like there's more to it than, you got to go out there with the match set in your head and try to do your best to put that match out and make it entertaining and make people love it and make it memorable and so on and so forth. Like how many fucking football games have you forgotten about? It's like one and done unless something spectacular happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I need to get into the sport more. Last thing I want to go ahead and talk about was, did you get to who's going to be the female champion?
No, female Royal Rumble winner. I think it's going to be Rhea Ripley. It just makes, I think the way the storylines are going, it makes sense for Rhea Ripley to win the Royal Rumble storyline wise, and she would probably go on to face Bianca Belair. She's the Raw Women's Champion right now. I think that would be a dope match for WrestleMania, I believe. But also, outside of storyline, I would probably want Bayley or Becky Lynch to win the Royal Rumble again, especially Bayley. I think Bayley deserves it. I think she's a great wrestler, even though she's already had like a whole array of matches with Bianca Belair in the past few months, and they've been absolutely great. Ladder matches, cage matches, they've been dope as hell. Bayley, she can always fight Charlotte Flair, who's the SmackDown Women's Champion, and they have a lot of history as well. So Bayley and Charlotte would be a dope ass match at WrestleMania, I believe as well. So, but yes, man, I believe Cody's going to win the men. Rhea Ripley's going to win the women's Royal Rumble, and yeah, man, I think Roman Reigns is going to retain his championship at Royal Rumble. Of course, they're not going to let them lose that shit right before WrestleMania. That wouldn't make any sense. So yeah, man, that's what I think is going down. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be dope as hell, bro.
All right, that seems
like packed ass day tomorrow, man. A lot to watch.
Well, yeah. Also, there's a boxing match that's coming on that I really am going to pay a lot of attention to. So it's Better Biev versus Yardy. So that's happening over in England, I think it is, where it's actually taking place. It's at 2:00 our time. So I'm watching that boxing match. It's on ESPN Plus. So whoever wins this, I think that's the one that's going to fight Bivol. And I had put up like a little short on our channel talking about Better Biev. Better Biev is 37 years old. I did not fucking know this.
That's nuts, bro.
He is 37, but like he is just hitting like his popularity prime, because he has knockouts. Every fight that he's had is knockouts. I think it's 18 fights, 18 knockouts. This motherfucker is a machine. He's one of those cats from Ukraine, like Kyrgyzstan areas, right up in the mountains and shit. I swear, I don't care what anybody says, they have the best fighters in the world.
One of them Drago type niggas?
No, not the Drago type cats. That's Russia. These are cats that are skilled in footwork, punch placement. They're technically sound, and their fighting style is come towards you at angles. So if you're a left-footed fighter, they're always going to be like on your right foot. If you're a right-footed fighter, they're going to be on your left. Like, they understand styles. They understand how to punch placement. And when they get you hurt, they get you the fuck up out of there. So it's kind of just like the Matrix and those type of fighters. Like, all of those guys have like that. I'm going to just call it the Ukrainian style. Like, I know they're not all from Ukraine. I know some from Kyrgyzstan and shit like that. But those cats, they fight until their heart give out. Yardy, he has 2 losses. Yardy's 31, so he's a lot younger. And Yardy, I love that name because that's like that Jamaican ass, it's like a Jamaican slang name. Or use a Yardy. Yeah, that means I'm a body boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I come and, do what I do. But Yardy,
wait, you said a body boy?
Yeah. Oh, well, not a body boy, but like I meant to say like a bad boy. I think a body boy is bad. I think
right. Yeah, I think that's
something else. So that's awesome. Yeah, but my point is that I think Yardy is one of those fighters that is a big dude, got a lot of muscles, have skill, can knock you out, can beat you. But I just don't see how he can be Better Biev, because Better Biev is a knockout artist, and Even though he's older, I feel like his destiny is to fight Bivol for
Mhm.
undisputed at light heavyweight. So we will see. Yardy could probably upset the card, but in my opinion, I think Beterbiev going to get him out of there in about 8. 8 rounds, it's over. It's going to be a knockout victory. But Yardy's a tough motherfucker, man. He already got 2 losses, but you got to put his ass down to the ground. And those 2 losses, man, they weren't like ultimate like beat downs. So he's not a fighter that gets just fucked up and dominated and rolled over. No, he's a younger fighter. I think he has a little bit of, he's a little smaller, but he's a tank. So this is going to be a great fight. A lot of people are probably not going to watch that shit over here. The true boxing fans are. But when it comes to like, you know, me, I'm going to watch that shit. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm right on my bootlegs watching that fight. Right fucking on ESPN Plus. Believe that.
So you gonna watch it on ESPN Plus or you gonna watch it on bootlegs?
I'm watching on bootleg using ESPN Plus. So, you know, hey, I get my money up, I buy more of those fights, but I can't afford fucking, you know,
No doubt.
800
No doubt.
goddamn
Yes.
streaming services.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If
Hey,
y'all go
boy.
ahead, like and subscribe in this bitch and go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, get us to that point, get us some more funds, then maybe I can afford the motherfucker.
Bro,
But,
niggas can't even watch movies anymore, man. You need 17 different apps to watch something new, dog. It's fucked
yeah,
up.
man. I still ain't seen Avatar, and I'm not until that bitch is, you know what I mean, on streaming, and I can watch it on the bootlegs. You feel me? So
Man, I don't give a damn shit about Avatar. You let me know how it is once you watch it, bro.
I got you. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get up out of here, man. Thank y'all so much for joining YFM Sports with the show. Hear me out, man. We're gonna be. It's not gonna be like a set time. We're just gonna be going.
You gonna pop these shits out, man.
We're gonna pop these motherfuckers out. So hopefully tomorrow we can go ahead and give y'all a recap of what happens. I know not WrestleMania, but what is it again?
Royal Rumble.
Thank you. Royal Rumble
Yeah.
happens at night, late night. So we might have to touch base on Sunday to talk about fucking Royal Rumble to get a recap of it. But I will be watching the Royal Rumble. This will be my first year watching it since
You
I
watch
was
it, bro?
about 14. I
Okay.
think I stopped.
Okay.
That's when we stopped having pay-per-view. So because all this shit is pay-per-view
the box
fights,
shit,
nigga.
hell yeah.
When my dad sold the box, I ain't had the bootleg box no more. So I ain't watched wrestling since. Because all this shit is like, you know,
Hell yeah.
you gotta pay money to watch this
shit. Yeah. You need pay-per-view for like the payoff and shit. It's not the same. That is a little fucked up.
So I'm gonna watch the shit and, you know, engage in it, have fun. You know what I mean? Definitely watching football tomorrow, watching boxing tomorrow. So hopefully we'll be able to give you a football recap tomorrow. Definitely gonna do a boxing recap tomorrow. Even if it's a short, we still gonna pop it out for y'all. You heard me?
We should probably do it on Monday, man.
I mean, you know, people like instant reactions. Niggas don't like to wait.
Okay.
So
right on.
We're gonna
right
have
on.
to, you know what I mean, just make the motherfucking time. So
I feel you.
I'm like I said again, I'm going with
San Francisco 49ers.
And I'm going with
Kansas City Chiefs.
And big homie Wayne is going with
the Cincinnati Bengals.
And also
the San Francisco 49ers.
Somebody
decapitated him.
And the motherfucker gonna
flattens him.
So yeah, man. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for coming to hear me out, man. We really appreciate y'all. And shout out to Sarita's fucked up stats for coming and stopping by and giving her opinion on the games. I still don't know what the fuck sports app she gives her fucking statistics from, but all right, because I ain't never seen anybody throw 7,000 yards in a game. But hey, it's her fucked up stats. Hey, she said it, nigga. This is an expert analysis. So, all right, y'all. We out of here, man. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. And y'all have a good night.
Thank y'all, man. Peace. Oh.